guys, what's up? Most people don't know that Santa has an auxiliary, like a reserve corps, much like the Army Reserve, where he can call in extra help should the need arise. Maybe a storm is happening or other logistic challenges are happening. And Teddy here has volunteered for the Elf Help program for a number of years. He's always done it, and it's kind of like a tradition for him and his family to volunteer themselves and their household for any help that Santa may need in dire times. Well, not usually a problem, but this year, when Teddy volunteered himself and his household, he didn't remember that he lives in a different household. So we all got volunteered alongside, and Santa knows we're here and don't want to disappoint Santa, so this arrived on the doorstep the other day. And I'm just gonna read it to you. Dear Theodore and household, 2020 has been very challenging, and the many issues this year have resulted in some logistical backups with our normal delivery schedule. So we are activating the Elf Help initiative. Most years, Elf Help is limited to the thousands of mall, charity, and parade Santas all over the world. Appearances that if I did myself would distract my duties at the North Pole. Although I do pop in personally to some of the big ones. This year though, the quarantine and lockdowns have had the very interesting effect of almost eliminating all naughtiness. We are thrilled, but this means children who never have gotten gifts before or have long been off the list have returned. This influx has taxed our production capabilities, not to mention our clerical ones. So we need auditors. We need to be sure the list is double checked as promised. We will be sending along a portion of the list for you to check. Please cross-reference the nice children with the gifts assigned to them and the naughty children with the proper allotment of coal. Also, should you happen upon anyone who needs a visit from a North Pole representative, this note authorizes you as such. Simply recite the first lines of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Merry Christmas, Santa. So, now we have gotten a giant box of papers to audit. I'll show you. All right, so this is one of 18 boxes, the same exact size, filled with paper that arrived for us to audit. And that's just one zip code. I imagine some of the smaller states have better zip codes. Whew. But that's not the best part. The best part is the other part of the note, where it said, should we need to be representatives of the North Pole? Let's show them what we can do. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Duly authorized representatives of the North Pole. Nice, right? So, as such, we can take wishes, we can point out naughty children and nice children, and variously help Santa Claus. So, who wants to tell Santa what they want for Christmas? Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, little boy. I love your outfit. You look just like me. Maybe I'll have to sit on your lap a little bit later and tell you what I want for Christmas. What do you want for Christmas?
I'd like something cooking related, or maybe wrestling. I like AJ Styles and Finn Balor. That would be nice.
And have you been a good boy this year?
Yes, I've been good.
All right. Say cheese to the camera.
Cheese.
My, what a pretty princess we have.
Princess is a gender classification designed by men to keep women subservient to them, telling women that the right way to be is pretty and dainty and always looking after their appearance. I do not go for that. That's not fair. It's not right. Women are strong. They deserve their independence. They can do whatever they want to do. I'm only wearing this because it's so pretty. I'm allowed to be complicated if I want to. Leave me alone.
Oh. My apologies.
It's okay, Santa. You're magical. You can't be expected to be perfect, too.
And what do you want for Christmas?
I want some fish, preferably some really tasty ones.
Fish.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to go to Lulu and Bub's Bait Shack and see what I can do. Have you been a good little non-binary person this year?
Yes, I've been good.
Good. Say cheese.
Cheese.
And what about you, young man? Have you been good this year? Don't lie, Santa has a list.
I think I've been pretty good. I mean, sometimes I'm mean to the bear, but I think for the most part, I've been pretty good.
Okay, what do you want for Christmas?
Do you think I could get a B movie? You know, B for blood, or violence, or boobs.
All right, Santa will see what he can do. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Hi, Santa. And what about you, young man? What do you want for Christmas?
Oh, I want a PS5, and I want Cyberpunk 2077, and I want a Studio 500 low-weight boom mic, and I want an 8 terabyte hard disk, portable hard drive, and I want a new sword, and world peace. I'm already getting a new president, so that one's covered.
And you've been a good boy?
Yes, I have been. Haven't left my house. How can I get into any trouble if I haven't left my house?
That's good. Okay, say cheese.
Cheese. Come closer. It's story time. Oh, and as a duly authorized representative of the North Pole, it is my duty to inform you all that his name is Donder. D-O-N-D-E-R. 2 D's. Not Donner. He is not named after a pass in the mountains, nor is he named after a party that ate each other. Donder. And don't get me started on the fact that his name is actually Blixen, not Blitzen. That's another story for another time. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blixen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and prawning of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and he filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And from our family to yours, we send the same wish to you. Happy Christmas to all a good night. Happy New Year, happy holidays, happy everything. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everyone! Ho, 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 ho.